Imagine cruising down an outback road and spotting a car no one else recognizes. Australia built some of the wildest, most forgotten vehicles on the planet before 2000. Most Aussies have never heard of these gems. From steam-powered pioneers to fiberglass rockets and ultra-rare coupes, these machines tell stories of bold dreams and crazy engineering. Stick around because the surprises get bigger, and you might just discover your new favorite obscure legend. Number 10. Starting with one of the absolute earliest, the Thompson steam phaeton from 1896. Herbert Thompson and Edward Holmes crafted this in Melbourne using local ingenuity and even made Australia's first pneumatic tyres. Powered by a single-cylinder steam engine, it chugged 493 miles from Bathurst to Melbourne at a steady pace. Have you ever seen a steam car built entirely down under? Only a handful of these pioneers existed, and survivors are museum treasures today. But that wasn't even the strangest part. This vehicle proved Australia could innovate before most countries had proper auto industries. Keep that pioneering spirit in mind because later cars took it to fiberglass extremes. Would you drive something this unusual on modern roads? Let me know in the comments if you've spotted one. Number 9. If you think that was unusual, the Tarrant from 1901 takes things further. Harley Tarrant built Australia's first petrol-driven car in a Melbourne workshop. It featured locally made components like engines and gearboxes, standing out with clever engineering for rough terrain. Production was tiny, with the sole survivor now on display. Most people have never heard of this pioneer. But here's where the story gets unexpected. It helped spark the local industry long before big names arrived. Only a few were completed before focus shifted. Wait until you hear what powered some of the later oddballs. That detail will matter again near the end. Did you know Australia built anything like this so early? Tell me which surprises you most so far. Number 8. Things are about to get much more interesting with the Lightburn Zeta from 1963. Built by a South Australian washing machine company, this fiberglass microcar used a tiny 324 cubic centimeters two-cylinder engine making just 16 horsepower. It was marketed as Australia's own second car, complete with quirky features like for reverse gears in some versions. Production numbers were tiny, around a couple hundred. But that's nothing compared to the car coming up. The Zeta's oddball design turned heads and even won quirky awards for bravery. Have you ever seen one in real life? Only a handful survived in good shape. Believe it or not, another manufacturer took the microcar idea even further with a true sports twist. If you're enjoying these forgotten legends, keep watching. Number 7. That was impressive, but the Goggomobil Dart from 1959 had an even stranger story. Bill Buckle created this doorless fiberglass roadster on a German microcar chassis with a 300 cubic centimeters two-stroke twin. Weighing just 840 pounds, it was one of the world's smallest sports cars. Built in Sydney, only a limited run emerged before it faded into obscurity. Most viewers don't know Australia produced something this wild. The Dart screamed fun on a budget, perfect for twisty roads. Here's where it gets unexpected. Its lightweight design inspired later kit cars. One of the final cars on this list had an even crazier solution to performance. Would you drive this tiny rocket? Let me know if you've spotted one cruising around. The rarest gems are still ahead. Number 6. Now this is where Australian automotive history gets truly bizarre with the Buchanan sports cars of the 1950s. Nat Buchanan mold fiberglass bodies inspired by an Aston Martin DB3S, creating sleek coupes and specials on local chassis like Holden or Milligram parts. Only a handful of complete cars were built, with bodies sold as kits. These offered exotic looks at affordable prices. But that wasn't even the strange part. Racers used them successfully on tracks, proving the design's strength. Keep that innovative spirit in mind because another car later solved similar body challenges differently. Only a few survived intact today. Have you ever seen one of these in real life? Tell me in the comments. Things get much wilder from here. Number 5. If you think that was cool, the Notor cars by Guy Buckingham push boundaries further. Starting in 1952, this aircraft engineer built lightweight sports and racing machines with space-frame chassis and clever suspension. Models like the Fang offered mid-engine thrills in prototypes and Formula cars. Production was niche, focused on enthusiasts. Wait until you hear what powered some variants. Australia's motorsport scene owes a lot to these obscure gems. Most people have never heard of Nota, yet they influence local racing. But that's nothing compared to the fiberglass icons coming up. One of the final cars had an even wilder take on performance. Would you bring back something this experimental today? Share which surprises you most so far and keep watching for more. Number 4. Here's where the story gets unexpected with the Purvis Eureka from 1974. Alan Purvis licensed a wild British design, creating a low-slung fiberglass sports car on VW Beetle running gear. With around 683 kits sold, it became Australia's biggest kit car success. The sleek, futuristic shape turned heads at the Melbourne show. Only a handful remain pristine. But here's the surprise, it proved kit cars could look like million-dollar exotics. That lightweight body concept will echo in later entries. Have you ever seen one of these head-turners? Let me know below. Number 3. That was impressive, but the Leyland Force 7V from 1974 took things to another level. This rare V8-powered fastback coupe used a tuned Rover 4.4-litre engine in a striking Michelauta-designed body. Only about 10 production examples plus a prototype survived after Leyland's collapse. Australia's first local hatch coupe idea crushed too soon. Most enthusiasts will never see one. The powerful yet practical layout shocked everyone involved. Keep that limited production drama in mind because another prototype story later mirrors it. Wait until you hear the engineering details. Only a handful escaped the crusher. Did Australia build anything like this? Tell me in the comments if this surprises you. Things are about to peak with true icons. Number 2. Now we're entering prototype territory with the Holden Hurricane from 1969. This mid-engine concept featured radical styling, a 4.2-litre V8, and advanced features like electronic fuel injection for the era. Only one was built as a pure show car exploring future possibilities. It looked like something from a sci-fi film. But that wasn't even the craziest part. Holden's bold experiment showed Australia's design talent on the world stage. One of the final cars had an even more direct connection to production roots. Have you ever seen footage of this beauty? Which of these would you bring back? The last one ties everything together in surprising ways. Keep watching because you're about to learn something truly rare. Number 1. Finally, the ultimate hidden gem, Holden Prototype No. 1 from 1948. This test sedan, one of just 3 built, paved the way for Australia's first mass-produced car. With its 2.15-litre 6-cylinder and rugged design, it conquered outback conditions. The sole survivor sits in a museum, a true national treasure. Most Australians don't realise its monumental role. But here's the unexpected twist, without this prototype success, the local industry might never have taken off. Only this one remains complete. That pioneering engineering connects back to our very first car on the list. Would you drive a piece of living history? Tell me which car surprised you most in the comments. These 10 Australian cars showcase the creativity, boldness, and quirkiness of our automotive past before 2000. From steam pioneers to rare prototypes, they remind us of a heritage full of surprises most people never knew existed. Which one shocked you the most? Drop your favorite in the comments, hit like if you learned something new, and subscribe for more forgotten legends.